Hello friends, I'm here today to share with you the mid-year book freakout tag. My shelves are empty or this part of my shelf is empty, and then like back here is kind of low because I'm already packed for book bonanza. I'm already packed books wise for a book bonanza. And Monday, the day you're seeing this hopefully, was going to be the day that I put up that vlog of like my process. But then everybody started posting their mid-year book freakout tags, and I was like, I need to film mine before I watch any of those. And if I don't edit it and upload it right after it's filmed, it kind of just sits for weeks. So that's what we're gonna do today, and hopefully today's Friday. Hopefully you're seeing this on Monday, and then I'll put up that other vlog later in the week. So question number 1, the best book you've read so far this year. I don't have it out because it's packed for the signing. I'm going to go with Look the Part by Julie Ann. I adored this. I adored all of the characters, main and side. I was so invested in this story and them making sure that they were figuring things out, and I loved it. Another book that I'm going to say is a favorite for this year is Defy the Night by Bridget Kimmerer. This is the first, I believe it's just called the Defy the Night series, as far as I know. But this is a YA fantasy without giving too much away. It is about how a sickness has taken over the kingdom, and only there's like a black market for the medicine because only certain people are getting the medicine for it, and this is so good. Question number 2, the best sequel you've read so far this year, and I'm gonna go with Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. This is book 2 in her Dreamland Billionaire series. It's the follow-up to The Fine Print, and I loved this couple. This is a boss and secretary marriage of convenience, and I really enjoyed the conversations they had around working together but trying to have a real relationship, and just like all of having to really address that their dynamic had to change. I really enjoyed that conversation around this. So I'm gonna go with this as the best sequel that I've read this year. Question number 3, new releases you haven't read yet but want to. I'm actually doing better this year, I think, on my new releases than I was last year. I feel like last year I had like a lot that I didn't get to. And I may at the end of this year too, depending on what all comes out. But so far, Our Last Days in Barcelona by Chanel Clayton. This is kind of a newer release. I think it came out May time, so not terribly behind on that one, but Chanel Clayton books make me a little emotional, so I have to prepare myself. So another one that I anticipate making me kind of a little emotional is Running Wild by K.A. Tucker. I know I haven't read it yet. I don't know why I haven't picked this one up. There's not been a conscious I need to wait on that one moment for it, but I haven't gotten to it yet. And a third one that I want to mention is Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kimmerer. This is a new series. Don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of a spin-off from her Cursebreaker series, and this is the first one. So I'm really looking forward to getting to it. But her next release is a Defy the Night sequel, so I don't know when another sequel for this one will be coming out. I need to look that up, and I think that will better prepare me for picking up this book. Question number 4, the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I don't know why they made this like a singular release, because I got a whole list. In July is Garnet Flats by Daphne Perry. I've been loving this Eden's series. Also in July is A Curse of Blood and Stone by K.A. Tucker. Heartbreaker by Sarah McLean comes out in August. Defend to the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer, the sequel to Defy the Night, comes out in September. Stolen English. Goodreads has this as coming out in October by Tasha Boyd. This is I hope it sounds like the couple from Broken French that I wanted to get their story. This sounds like it might be it. But like the Goodreads says October, so. And then there is a series. There is, I don't think these are in the right order. A Little Too Close, A Little Too Late, and A Little Too Wild. This is another trilogy sequel, or trilogy series from Serena Bowen, Daphne Perry, and Rebecca Yarros. I really enjoyed their Hush Note series, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And then the last one I have on this list is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese. I believe this one is November, but yeah, I look forward to anything Chloe Leese puts out. So, question number 5, the biggest disappointment so far this year. I have 2. One I just hated, and the other one I just don't think was for me. The one I hated was Game Changer by Abby Glines. I have a whole rant on that book at the end of my May wrap up if you feel like it. And then Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. I guess I just expected more out of that one. I ended up DNFing it, so it's not in a wrap up, and I never talked about it. But I think I just expected more out of it, knowing that I do like Elle Kennedy's college romances, but I just couldn't with the main character in this one, either main character in this one, and I couldn't do it. Question number 6, the biggest surprise so far this year. I'm gonna go with Love Next Door by Helena Hunting. I've been burned a little bit by Helena Hunting. I read her, was it the Shacking Up series, and I really enjoyed it. And I read some of her like standalone books, and I really enjoyed them. And then I tried reading her Pucked series, and I hated it. I think I read 2 books in it and was just like, nope, can't do it. Don't believe it's gonna get better. So after that, I've been a little iffy on whether or not I want to pick up Helena Hunting books, but I felt like this one was more like her standalones, so I decided to pick it up, and I'm so glad I did. It's a next door, kind of a vacation romance-ish. It takes place at a lake, so. Question number 7, favorite new author, debut, or new to you. I went with the new to me author, and I chose Lauren Asher. I've only read these 3 books from her, and there are other new to me authors that I've read more from, but quality-wise, I feel like she has been my favorite. Like I said, I've only read the 2 that are out in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and then book 1 in her Dirty Air series, but I've loved all of them, and really look forward to continuing with the Dirty Air series and then Dreamland Billionaires as it comes out. Question number 8, newest fictional crush. I don't have one. That's not how I read. Question number 9, newest favorite character. I forgot to grab all of the books in this series, but I'm going to go with The Sisters from the Uptown Girls series by Joanna Shoup. I don't know their names. It was 3 sisters. This is a New York-based historical. I thought that they were super strong characters. I thought they were super strong women. They knew what they wanted. One of them wants to open a casino, and like she does it. She does what she needs to do to get it. And yeah, I just really liked the sisters in this series. Question number 10, book that made you cry. I don't think I've cried very much in books this year, at least so far. But one that I know I did get very emotional in. Can't quite remember if there were tears, but there probably was. Souls Unfractured by Tilly Cole, book 3 in her Hades Hangman series. this Flame and Maddie, and this book is very heavy, and the things that happen to Flame and Maddie that they go through or that they relive in this book and the things that they go through during this book are very heavy, lots of trigger warnings. I feel like if there was anything that I've read so far that made me cry, it was probably this. Question 11, a book that made you happy. I'm going to go with Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. This is my first book that I've read by her. And I really enjoyed that it was a fantasy romance with a witch and a werewolf, but it wasn't super heavy. There wasn't like super intense world building. It was just kind of fun and kind of rom-com feel. And yeah, I really enjoyed Wolf Gone Wild and can't wait to finish this series. Question 12, the most beautiful book you bought this year. And probably tired of hearing about her in this tag, but I'm gonna go with the special editions that I've ordered from Lauren Asher. The fine print, stunning. I love the castle, and that it's kind of like a blueprint because that has a lot to do with the story. Terms and conditions, I love that it's a greenhouse because that has a lot to do with what's her name, Iris is a really big plant person, and so like a greenhouse is something that they like bond over. And Throttled, which I had a camera because the main female character is a vlogger in this one. And yeah, the picture of the car, and then like the picture of the traveling on the back. And then I haven't read this one yet, but I'm assuming that one of them sketches because it's got like a sketch of a cathedral or something on the top or on the front, and then a like paint on the back. So yeah, I just think, I don't know who did these cover designs, but they are so stunning. And finally, question 13, what books do you need to read before the end of the year? And I don't have set books, but I really need to read books from new authors because I'm only at like 29 of the 75 that I want to get to by the end of the year. That's one of my reading goals for the year, with 75 new authors. And I'm not doing so great on that. I feel like I should be much further along. So I need to read books from new authors. So that is my mid-year book freakout tag. If you've read any of the books I talked about, let me know what you thought of them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!